Hey, this is Jesse Vincent from the WordCruncher team, and in this video I'm going to be showing you some of the really cool features that are available in WordCruncher for the New Testament by Thomas Wayment. Now, if you're unfamiliar with WordCruncher, it's a free piece of software available through Brigham Young University at wordcruncher.com, and you can get it by clicking on the Install the App button right here at the top of the website. Now you'll just click on this green button for Windows version 110 in order to download it, and then you'll follow the normal pattern for installing a piece of software. Once you have that installed, you should see something like this in WordCruncher. Maybe a couple default books will pop up initially though. And in order to get the New Testament, you'll first start by going to File, WordCruncher Bookstore, and you should see the New Testament, at least when we first release it, at the top in the news section of the books. Now, before you can buy it or try I believe, 2-day trial of it, it prompts you to log in. And the way that you can get an account is by going to the Account tab right here and click on Create. And just fill out some information and then go to Login. So I'm going to log in here. And then I can go back to purchase. All right, and so this is a secure network that we're using in order to use CashNet in order to process payments. And once you've gone through this, then you will have the book assigned to your account so that you'll always have it with you. So I'm going to pause the video so that I can do this real quick, and then I'll come back once the payment process is over. Alright, once you've paid, then you can go down to the download button and click install. Once that's done, you can click on open right here, and it will open up the New Testament for you. Now I have this a little bit big, that's why the cover is a little bit bigger. But the first thing you should notice if you scroll through the book is that you can see that the footnotes synchronize with the book, with the text itself. And that's something that's really, really helpful, especially, as you're trying to read some of these really valuable footnotes, and so that it's easier to keep track of where you are when you're reading. Another thing you'll also notice is that there are hyperlinks, so that if you want to jump to all of the different references that are available, you can click on them, and it will highlight the area that or the range of verses that we just went to. Now I can press the escape key in order to go back exactly where we went to. Now that's true if you are going into New Testament. If you are going to any of the different references, like the Doctrine and Covenants, it will just open up the scriptures from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And you can always just press the escape key in order to go back. But notice it opened up a separate book right here. I can switch between them from the scriptures to the New Testament. Another great thing is that this works just like any other ebook reader, where you can highlight things. So for example, I can highlight this and go into my highlighters. I can choose different colors by going to edit topics, but I'll just use the default ones for this video. And then we can also add notes if we'd like to. If you right click anywhere or highlight text and right click, you can click the create note, and then you can just type in anything you want here and then save the data right here. All right, and that will add a little note icon right here that allows us to go back and see what we wrote in the notes. Another little feature that is available in this New Testament specifically is that some people prefer to read it in paragraph format like this, as was initially published like this, and others prefer it so that one verse is on one line. So one thing that we can do is by going to the book options, and then I'm going to select the NT Wayment right here, not the footnotes, and then I can add paragraph breaks right here. So once I check that, click OK, then it will change the view so that I can see it in verse format rather than the paragraph format. And one other thing that I'll show you is how to do a search. So searching is something that WordCruncher prides itself on being able to do really well, is to be able to do searches fast and also do really complex or simple searches, whatever you want. So I'll just do a simple search by pressing the space bar. You can also find the search window by clicking on this search icon right here. So I'm going to type in Jesus Christ and click on the Go button. And so this will quickly show me all of the different examples of where Jesus Christ occurs. And then if you want to have a compiled count of all the times the Jesus Christ phrase occurs, you can click down here in this table on the plus next to New Testament, and you can see how many times it occurs within here. And notice one thing that's really nice is that it only did a search within the scripture text. So if I wanted to do all of the footnotes and the headings included, then I would go back in my search and change from the word list from scripture text to all text. That way, it would give me all of the times, whether it's in the footnotes or not. But I prefer the one where it's the scripture text, just as the predominant one that I'm looking for. But it's up to you on what you want to do. So these are a few of the really cool features that are available in the New Testament. They're not the only ones, but for this video, that's some of what I'm going to show you. If you're totally interested in more features, you can go back to the WordCruncher page, and you can either go to the guide right here at the top, and you can look through all the different reports and tools that we have, or we also have a tools section down at the bottom of the home page. Here is a little bit of just more, basically the same as the guide, but it's just put in shorter articles to kind of give you a little bit better depth in how it works in WordCruncher. So anyway, that is WordCruncher for the New Testament by Thomas Wayment. Thank you for watching.